It's really important to do these speaking engagements because it's difficult for people to think alternatively to the classroom model, and to try and link pedagogy with space is just something that's not been thought of in a great detail. So we just need to raise the people's consciousness about that.
I think this is definitely the way that we need to be changing our own thinking, because we're at the beginning of a new century, and so Kenn's illustrations and his gentle challenges to our current thinking I've just found extremely inspirational, and would love to work with others to take this forward.
You have to listen to those that are struggling, because that's where the transformation has to occur, and we have to work out strategies to bring them along, and I think that's got to be done by the innovative teachers and us working with the innovative teachers and getting these teachers to bring along the other teachers.
It's been really interesting, and there's been a bit of a bizarre coincidence with me, because a couple of years ago I actually visited Melbourne, Australia, and I've actually visited one of the schools that was in the case study that had some of the changes in the learning environment. So it's really interesting to hear some of the comments from people about trying to do that over here.
I think the value of a session like this is it's given us a real chance, to pull together, a whole range of people from schools, from within the local authority, who really are, passionate and really committed to doing that really interesting thing, which is pulling together a conversation around learning, with how our learning environments can support and promote what we want to do. And I think out of it will come, some really good ideas about how we might move this forward for the whole authority, in a fairly kind of systematic way that will engage, a whole range of people, including, parents and carers from within the community.
It's a process from start to finish. If the children are involved, if the stakeholders are involved, they're able to identify where the weaknesses, weak areas of the school are, which areas could be improved. If the stakeholders can be involved in the planning process, of even down to color and fabric and things of that sort, they're going to have much more ownership through it. If I could get that message across to the people today, I think it'd be well served.
The most interesting part for us is going to be the transformational side, because we're going to be looking at developing our outdoor areas rather than having a total rebuild. Well, I always find it useful hearing of innovative ideas and world-class speakers, really.
Yeah, I think it's been an extremely useful morning. Certainly as a head with a new school building, it's made me think about what I need to do now to put my stamp on the school, and to think about how it's going to evolve in the next 10 to 15 years when I'm no longer there. And I think that's an important thing to think about as well, because we build new schools and they're not for the people that are using them immediately, but because we don't own them. So they've got to have a life that's going to be good for everyone in the future as well.